Oh my God. What have I just had to witness? What's going on, people? It's Charlie, and welcome back to the Chatting Leeds YouTube channel for your match review of Leeds United 4, Bournemouth 3. Leeds United 3-1 down at home to Bournemouth. Come back and we win the game 4-3. Just literally stepped through the door. I've literally just got back from the game. I've literally got no words. I don't know where to start with this. This is going to be a bit of a waffle, if I'm being honest, because there's no structure to how I'm really going to speak. I might speak about the second half first half time, whatever. But before we get into it, please smash that like button. Smash that like button if you love Leeds United. Smash the like button if you're as happy as me. Smash the like button if you're having a drink like me. And smash the like button if you're going to be watching Match of the Day tonight, because that's what I'll be doing. Please subscribe if you're new to the channel as well, and share all of your thoughts and opinions on that game in the comment section down below. I do apologise if you can hear fireworks in the background. Obviously, it's bonfire night tonight, and there's people next door, neighbours, setting fireworks off. And to be honest, usually I'm not the biggest fan of bonfire night, but I don't care. Don't care tonight. Where do we start? So, literally within 60 seconds, Leeds United get a penalty. Good play down our left-hand side from Somerville and Aronson, who linked up quite well. Somerville forces a penalty. I must admit, at first, I did think they were going to go to VAR and check, because it looked like he may have handled it, but I think he maybe chested it just there. Rodrigo steps up and he scores, and it's 1-0 Leeds United. But we all knew what was going to come, didn't we? We know Leeds United start off well. We know Leeds United have high intensity. We could take the lead early like we did today, like we did against Liverpool at Anfield, like we did against Crystal Palace, etc. Like we did against Fulham as well. But ultimately, you just know what's coming. A natural drop-off. And that definitely happened. Within 10 minutes, it was 1-1. Bournemouth, the defending is just shambolic at the minute. We are absolutely woeful at the back. They play the ball over, and literally at the back stick, no one's marking. Was it Tavernier? Yeah. No one's marking him. And it's a tidy finish from him, but again, shouldn't have been in that position. Should have been a man on him. It was Christensen's man. And of course, he let him slip. But then, even at that point though, I'm thinking, right, that were poor, but it's Bournemouth, we need to get back into it. But then I remembered what Leeds United do. When an opposition score against us, we just go to shit. It all goes. The plan goes. We get scared, we get panicky, we get woeful on the ball. And then, within however, how long was it? I don't even know. They score their second. And Phil Billing, who I did say in my preview is a player that we should have watched out for, even though he's a midfielder, he does like to get forward. What I don't understand with the second goal is how slow Christensen was at reacting to that situation. He knew Tavernier was in behind him. Meslier obviously helps him out. He wins that one-on-one. But then it comes out to Phil Billing. He don't even take a touch. He just picks out a peach and it's top bins and it's 2-1. And look, at that point there was a lot of toxicity in the ground, especially where I was in the south stand. I even got into a bit of a disagreement with someone in front of me. Well, let's call it a disagreement anyway. And I get it. We're all frustrated and we all ultimately want the same outcome. We all want Leeds United to win games. We want Leeds United to play well. But Jack Harrison, who I thought was poor in that first half and was rightly taken off. What I don't understand about the narrow system, I get it's narrow, and the whole point of it is that it isn't played with width. But when you've got wingers on the pitch, they should be hogging the touchline. They should be playing out wide, the wingers. And Jack Harrison and Somerville in the first half are both just in the middle. The middle of the pitch is so packed, it's so congested. There were times when Bournemouth were having throw-ins, and on the other side they had two men wide open. All they had to do was just throw it back to the centre half, ping over at top, and they're in. So if all us lot can see that in the ground, if everyone watching at home can see it, how can Jesse Marsh not see it? Mind-boggling. But what I was saying when this other fan disagreed with me is I was shouting at Jack to get out wide. There were even people all behind me saying the exact same thing. Get out wide, Jack, get out wide. And then he turns round and he goes, yeah, but it's a narrow system. It's all right saying that, but it's a narrow system. It's like, yeah, but that's my point. That is the point I'm making. It shouldn't be a narrow system when you've got two good wingers on the pitch. There was a point in the first half where Mark Rocker had the ball and he did his spin. He looked round to left-hand side. No one there for him to ping a ball over to. No one. And he ended up losing possession. And then fans are moaning at him. But at the end of the day, it's not his fault. There should have been a winger out there to receive that ball. The first half was utterly shambolic. They were getting booed. Rightly so. Because it was a shower of shit in that first half. It was. And look, ultimately, we've gone on and won the game. So, of course, I'm elated. I'm so proud of the heart and desire and the utter fight. But it does paper over a lot of cracks. A lot of cracks. Like I said, the defending in the first half just was not good enough. You could tell they were running out of ideas. In attack, which again, we've scored 4 goals, so this might sound like a stupid thing to say, but I'm talking just on the first half here. Toothless going forward. And Rodrigo scores another goal, but ultimately, other than the goal, didn't really do much. Doesn't really offer us the movement that Bamford does. Bamford, who was left out of the squad today, no news of an injury. So that's very interesting, a very bold move for Matt Marsh to make. It's not going to be good for Bamford's confidence when we're trying to build his confidence up at the minute. But anyway, at half-time, my uncle sits in the south stand, but he sits in in a different block. I went down into the concourse at half-time to see him, and he was raging, shouting at me. Not at me, but, just shouting. The defending, they're just clueless going forward. And then there was one time I've just remember where Cock literally give it away to, I think it was Solanke, and put him through on goal. Rasmus wasn't great in the first half either, a player who has been doing really well of late, but again, had a shocking first half. Tyler Adams was the only player who was immense throughout the whole game for me. Like I said in that signings video I did, the best signing we've made. Should be captain for me. You can tell him, you can tell that he's shouting at the players, he's trying to gear them up. And then the second half starts and we make a change. We take Jack Harrison off, rightly so, for Willie Gnonto, who I will be coming on to in a little bit. And it was the right change to make. Immediate impact as soon as he come on. But within, what was it barely 5 minutes of the second half, Bournemouth score. And honestly, when that third goal went in for Bournemouth and it was 3-1, my heart sunk. I sunk into my seat, like a lot of people around me did, and I thought, that's Marsh done. That is Jesse Marsh out of a job. And everyone around me was saying the same thing. How can we... Which again, this is in that moment. We've gone and won the game. Unbelievable. I will be getting to the positives in a second. But in that moment when Bournemouth scored that goal, it was like, how can we beat Liverpool at Anfield and actually probably deserve that win at Anfield as well against Liverpool, and then come out against a newly promoted side? With respect to Bournemouth, they're a newly promoted team, and we come out and play like that and defend like that. But anyway, at that point, everyone just resigned themselves to the fact that it was going to be another defeat. Like I said, everyone was questioning Marsh, people shouting to change the system, narrow football, shy. I were hearing it all. And I was saying a lot of it, to be fair, as well, because it's right. And then he made a change and he brought Sam Greenwood on for Mark Rocker. And I'll be honest, again, it's hindsight's a wonderful thing, but at the time, everyone around me, what, Greenwood? Greenwood's not going to change game. Greenwood. How wrong were we? Because obviously Sam Greenwood comes on. Again, I thought he was another game changer. Completely changed the midfield. And the goal he scores is a peach. Wonderful finish. Brings it back to 3-2. And I'll be honest, I celebrated, but not that much, because I half expected Bournemouth to just get another after that point. I didn't expect much. Then we scored from the corner with Liam Cooper. Liam Cooper from a corner, I know. Unbelievable. And I celebrated that one. Boy, did I celebrate that one properly. And I'll be honest, at that point, I looked round at everyone and we're all like, we're going to win this. We're going to win this game. You just had a feeling once we equalised. And then Willie Gnonto. The song about him is unbelievable as well. Really, really good laugh. But boy, Willie Gnonto. Should he be playing ahead of Jack Harrison next week? Absolutely. The assist for that winner, how he picks the ball up on the halfway line, pretty much. So direct, so confident, not nervous, no panic, direct, always wanting to run at players. They didn't know how to handle him. They were bouncing off him. He run through him like they weren't even there. The pass for Somerville, it's one way. If he overhits it, it goes straight to the keeper. If he underhits it, and the pace on the pass was just perfect. And then Somerville slots it in for his third goal in 3 games. But Willie Gnonto, what an impact! What an impact from the young lads today in general. Somerville, Gnonto, Greenwood, Joffe, even when he come on, I thought did amazing as well. Now, Crescencio Somerville, people who have watched me for a while, after that Leicester game, and again, it's in the moment, guys. Let's just remember that before people come at me. I have to apologise to Crescencio Somerville. After that Leicester game, I questioned him. I didn't think he was ready. I said he wasn't a Premier League player. But boy, am I happy to be proven wrong. He's played really well the last 3 games. He's scored 3 goals. And I'll be honest, does Cine get back in at the minute even if he were fit? I don't think he does. Maybe he does for Harrison, maybe. Maybe if Cine was fit next week, he'd put Cine in instead of Harrison and keep Gnonto on the bench. But I think the predicament we're in now, Gnonto has to start against Tottenham. Do I think he will? Probably not. I think he'll probably stick with Jack Harrison. But Jack Harrison was just non-existent today. But Somerville, you've got to give props. Sam Greenwood, you've got to give props to as well. The whole crowd was baffled when Greenwood were coming on, but he contributed to the game changing in our favour. Unbelievable heart, desire, fight. Something that's interesting as well, my uncle is one of the most positive people when it comes to Leeds. He always tries to look on the bright side, even when it comes to the board, when it comes to other stuff like that to do with Leeds. He's quite a positive bloke. But even though we won that game, he came out after the game and he said, I still think Marsh should go. And I found that quite an interesting point, because we've won the game, unbelievable, 2 wins out of the last 2, 6 points out of 6. But I feel like you're going to have a lot of games like that this season, where we're not going to be, let's say, maybe, we're not going to be, what's the word I'm looking for? Lucky, maybe, enough to come back into games like today. Bournemouth are a newly promoted side. That's the second time in 2 weeks. That's back-to-back games for Bournemouth when they've been 2 goals ahead and they've lost the game. If we come up, I know this probably won't happen, but just for argument's sake, if we're 3-1 down against Man City, first game after World Cup, are we going to be confident that we can come back and do 4-3 against them? No. They went down to 10 men today and still beat Fulham. I know it's Fulham, with respect, compared to City, it's a mismatch, really. But, you know, they were still down to 10 men and they still found a way to win. There's going to be a lot of games like that this season. The football is not good enough. The narrow system is awful. Yeah, we picked it up in the second half and it was like 2 different teams from the first half and the second half. Unbelievable win. I'm so happy. You don't even understand. This club is going to kill me. I think I went through about 100 different emotions today in 90 minutes. But things need to improve tactically. Otherwise, I can't see Marsh seeing the season out. But I'm not going to be overly negative. I feel like I've been a bit negative on this video, which I didn't want to be, but things need to be said. It wasn't perfect, that win, guys. It wasn't. Yes, we're going to enjoy it tonight. We're going to watch Match It Day. We're going to be buzzing that we've won 2 games out of 2. But that first half display was probably the worst I've seen as this season, barring Leicester. I think it was worse than Fulham, and Fulham was bad. Fulham was really bad, and it was worse, that first half. Bournemouth should have been about 4 or 5-1 up at half-time, easily. Easily. It's not good enough, and it needs to change. But, enough of that. We've won the game 4-3, 3-1 down, we've come back and we've won 4-3. Got Tottenham up next, which if Harry Kane can get a booking tomorrow, that means Kane and Son will be out for the game. That doesn't mean anything. Spurs are still a quality side in this league. But this win was so vital, because now, even if we lose to Spurs, the league position will look a lot better now. I'm just going to check the league table as it currently stands. Obviously, this is pre-recorded. At the time of recording this, Leicester are beating Everton. So if it stays like this, Leeds United will be 12th in the league, which just shows you 19th after Fulham. 19th. 2 wins in a row. And we're 12th. Mid-table. That's how tight it is though at the bottom. So, anyway, I'm going to leave it there because I feel like I'm waffling. I will be back with another video tomorrow where I'll do my final say, where I'll go into it a little bit more. I know we've been going for almost 20 minutes, but I feel like there's more things that I maybe need to say once the dust settles tomorrow, so I will be back with a final say. But yeah, enjoy your Saturday night, enjoy your bonfire night if you're celebrating it, enjoy Match of the Day, enjoy Twitter, enjoy Instagram, enjoy everything Leeds United tonight, because it's 2 wins out of 2. Hit that like button if you've enjoyed this video, guys. Please smash that like button. Please subscribe if you're brand new, and share all of your thoughts and opinions in the comment section down below. And I'll see you in a bit. Cheers.